In 2005, the Global Environment Fund's Small Grants Program Botswana, under the United Nations Development Program, sponsored a project entitled Establishing Baseline Levels of Persistent Organic Pollutants, POPs, in the Okavango Delta, Botswana, in collaboration with the University of Botswana and Rhodes University. The project was located in the Okavango Delta in the northwest of Botswana. The Okavango Delta is part of the Okavango River Basin that is shared by 3 countries in southern Africa, namely Angola, Botswana, and Namibia. Its headwaters originate in Angola and flow through northwest Namibia before it reaches Mohembo at the apex of the delta. The Okavango River flows through a well-defined channel, commonly referred to as the Panhandle, and spreads out into a myriad of floodplains before draining into receiving rivers at the end of the delta. The Okavango Delta is one of the world's largest pristine wetlands with a high biodiversity of plants and wildlife. Its scenic beauty has not only made it an important international tourist destination, but has also attracted national and international concerns about the future of this unique system. The local community of the Okavango Delta depends on its water and resources such as fish and river reeds for their livelihood. However, the system has been exposed to persistent organic pollutants such as DDT and endosulfan in the past. These chemicals were employed by the public health authorities in an effort to eradicate the malaria and sleeping sickness vectors. Even though government has discontinued the use of these pesticides in favor of the more environmentally friendly pyrethroids such as deltamethrin, increased farming activities and tourist establishments on the fringes of the delta pose a threat to the delta's ecosystem. The objectives of the project were to provide the first baseline data of pesticide contamination levels in the delta so as to characterize the delta's current ecological and chemical status and allow future evaluation of deterioration or improvements in its water quality. Water quality parameters such as pH, conductivity, and levels of dissolved oxygen were found to be within acceptable ranges for fresh water. Chemical analysis of the water revealed the presence of DDT breakdown products and hexachlorobenzene at concentrations higher than the European Union maximum limits for individual pesticides in drinking water. Hexachlorobenzene, aldrin, and DDT metabolites were detected in most sediments with concentrations increasing in the downstream direction. Phthalates, which are compounds employed in the plastic industry, and heavy hydrocarbons, which could be due to petroleum spills from the engine boats, were also present in the water and sediment samples. The challenge presented by the continued use of pesticides in the Okavango Delta means that they are bound to increase in concentration, particularly in the water, sediments, and fish, and eventually in the food chain. The results from the first phase prompted further investigations to assess human exposure to pesticides by determining their levels in fish and edible or medicinal plants. These findings have been communicated with the local community and the relevant stakeholders such as government and the private businesses operating on the fringes of the delta. The aim of the community outreach was to sensitize them on POPs, their dangers to human and animal health, implications to their fishing and other agricultural businesses, as well as solutions and alternatives to POPs so as to subsequently reduce levels of POPs in the environment. It is hoped that increased awareness on POPs will subsequently result in their decline in the environment and hence contribute towards the improved human and animal health, preservation of the delta and its rich biodiversity. The local fishermen and small-scale farmers will form an essential sector in the integrated management of POPs, and their communal businesses will continue to earn them income and thus improve their standards of living.